We continue on here at Mountain West Conference Media Day. And in fact, we're going to hand the headset on over and talk a little UNLV football because UNLV's got it rolling, folks. And a lot of expectations as Barry Odom puts on the headset. And, Coach, good to catch up with you. You know what? There's been a time where UNLV football hasn't been performing at a high level, but you got it cooking now, and there's a lot of expectations going into the season. I'm sure that's something that you will welcome and you're excited about going into this year.
Good to see you guys. I'm glad we had a moment here to get together and visit. Thanks for what you guys do for college football. Thanks for what you do for the Mountain West Conference. And I think you look at the ability to promote our conference, our players, our coaches. Thanks so much for the job you do. We're excited about going into year 2. It's been a fast and furious 18 months, 19 months, whatever it's been now since I've had the job. We had some success last year. We came up short on what we wanted to accomplish. We were a really young team last year, and we grew as the season went on. And I think we look at some changes we've made, some additions we've had, also some retention that we're able to keep in place. We're a little bit older this year, a little bit more mature. Got an opportunity to have another year with with all 3 coordinators back, which is so important, in my opinion, in today's world of the continuity, the consistency, the messaging, the schematics, and then how are we going to build the team every single week this year. That's one of the great things about college football.
Well, it's great to have you here, Coach, and thanks for the comments. We love doing what we do, and we've been here now in Vegas for 3 days, and it's 120, 118. I was talking to one of your assistant coaches, and I said, how do you recruit into this? And he said, it's amazing because we tell them we don't do camp outside. We do inside stuff, with a lot of inside stuff. Does this temperature really push you guys inside, and how do you kind of avoid this heat? It is oppressive. It is horrible.
Well, this stretch in the last 5 to 7 days has been hotter than what we've experienced since I've been here. So we're a morning practicing team. So we're off the field 10:30, 11 o'clock every single day. So the heat of the day, we're not really out in it on that. It's hard when you look at Vegas to say no. Whether you're a high school recruit, a transfer portal guy, or even you guys coming in for 3 days, it's hard to say no. It's the sports mecca of the world. The city of Vegas was built on opportunity, and that's how we're building our program. The opportunities that we have to graduate with a meaningful degree, to compete and win a championship, and then ultimately to find a chair in the 12-team playoffs. And that's our vision, that's our goal, that's the expectation, and that's what we're trying to get. There's plenty of space. In a city of 2.5 million people, there's plenty of space for a successful college football team.
Let's just call it as it is. There's a lot of people when there's a G5 school that gets talent and gets some momentum. The barbarians at the gate with the DMs and the text messages and the coaches saying, hey, come here, come play here, and trying to peel guys away. How are you able to hold on to your guys? Because you've got a few guys coming back that are really meaningful for last year's team that are going to be a big part of this team this year.
Yeah, I think you look at you look at the portal, and everybody's got opinions on it. Some good, some bad. And I'm the same way. I'm no different than the other. But the portal's been very, very good to UNLV.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be a high school recruiting team, and that there's proof in that. We've signed 48 high school kids since I've been here. That's not going to change. We're still recruiting high school players. We're also going to be very select and direct and aggressive in the transfer market. If we lose somebody older in our program, it's our charge as a staff is to go upgrade that spot and go find a way. There's great football players everywhere. You got to recruit, you got to build relationships, you got to be determined, you got to do it every single day. And if you do that, then you find your way. You keep sustainability, you also keep cohesion in the locker room, and then you keep from your senior class on down the roster management piece, you keep a balance there, which is hard to do when you get a bunch of one-and-done guys. Fortunately, we don't have that. We've still got a strong foundation of development in our program, But we've added some guys. Once we've lost somebody, we've always upgraded, and that's going to be our approach, and so far so good.
I know college football has been your livelihood and your interest for a lot of years, and it is ours. Scotty's been a color voice for Utah State for 8 years, and I've played it and been a broadcaster in it for years and years, and so it means a lot to us, all three of us here. I'm interested just in, from your point of view, how healthy is it, and the direction that we're headed in? Is it sustainable? Will it grow in the right directions?
Yeah, I think we've got great leadership, number one. Within our conference, we've got a terrific commissioner. They look at Craig Bowl now, that is the president and director of the American Football Coaches Association. He's as good as a man as you can be in leadership, in understanding what the scope and the view of college football needs to be. We're fortunate that he's in that role. I think there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be challenges. But I also look at that. There's also solutions and there's opportunities. So collectively, when we work together, the game of college football has been around a long time. It's been one of the greatest games the greatest game in the world. And it's going to continue that. It looks different now. Okay, the ability for the media rights and TV games and conference realignment, all that stuff, still at the end of the day, those 60 minutes on a Saturday afternoon is as pure as you can get. And I think if we keep that and we keep the opportunity to recruit student athletes and talk about the ability, how football and college football can change their life for the better, you get a meaningful degree. You graduate with close friends that become your brothers for life. Mm-hmm. We can make society better. If society starts to look a little bit more like our locker rooms, the world's going to be a great place. Are there things that we need to change in college football? Absolutely. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but we also have to continue to approach and move it forward and make sure that we do our job. Myself as a coach is to keep the game the way that it should be on recruiting young men, being impactful in their lives, changing them, and making sure that they walk out of our program, they're better dads, better sons, better husbands, better brothers.
I always like it when when you make a prediction and it kind of comes through a little bit. I had Jackson Woodard as my Defensive Player of the Year preseason, and certainly he's earning a lot of those accolades. What makes him not just a special player on the field, but also in your locker room as well?
Yeah, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He started at Arkansas as a walk-on. Still has that approach every single day. There's not anybody in the locker room that outworks him. He's got a terrific football IQ, a great competitive spirit. He's gotten bigger, stronger, faster, quicker since he's been here. And we put a lot on his plate. He lines up at a number of different positions defensively. Everything goes through him communication-wise. Right now he's the heart and soul of our team. But the great thing is he's got about 25 to 30 other guys that are right there with him every step of the way.
We've seen UNLV stomp into Utah, take some good talent too. You've got a tight ends coach that is doing a great job recruiting out in that state. And I know you've got Austin Boyd in there that is a great representative of the high school. My son plays for the same high school that Austin comes from. And I know that guy has done incredible things. He goes in and started as a true freshman. And
we're looking forward to what he's going to be. I think he can be
is he going to be a beast?
I think he's going to be a great player.
Yeah.
He's got the mindset. He's got, number one, he's got the physical tools. He's up over 300 pounds now, and he brings it every single day.
What do you think, just the state of Utah in recruiting? What are you finding?
It's tremendous football. And, everybody, when I got the job, said, well, how are you going to recruit out there? You're not from there. You don't know the way. Recruiting is recruiting. It's work. It's relationship-driven, and it's about the consistency of doing it all the time. If we could get the players that we want out of that state, we can win a championship early and often.
Mm-hmm. When you got a guy like Jacob returning kicks, do you give him any rules, or if he sees an open field and he's still 9 yards deep, you still say go for it?
Catch the ball and go.
Yeah.
And don't slow down. Amazing thing with the Jesus, you come watch us practice whatever day of the week, and we do kickoff or punt return and practice. And we're setting up, just a teach moment, teach okay, we're doubling the 5 here, we're doing this. We got the jugs machine going, he catching it. He is sprinting to the end zone every single time. And they're like, okay, there's enough mileage there. Slow down. He has no filter. And
He can't do it, huh?
he can't do it.
Yeah.
And so finally, about midway through the season last year, I said, I'm done giving coaching points. My coaching point is catch the dang ball and go score.
Yeah.
And what a threat that is. You've got that every time the punt game and the kick return game that you got a chance you can go score, that changes things for you.
So, Coach, I played in this conference. I played in the Mountain West Conference, and I used to understand rivalries. I used to have a pretty good feel for who hated who and what teams you always circled. Who is kind of the built-in UNLV rival? Who do you guys?
Yeah, it's Reno, without a question.
Okay.
And we play for the Fremont Cannon. It's a heated rivalry. And then the other one for us, because of the connection with Hawaii and Las Vegas, that's a big one for us as well.
Hawaii's always circled.
Yeah. Reno, number one.
Reno, number one.
No question. Undenied.
Okay.
That's it.
Got to own the state.
I was told that early enough.
Okay. That's great.
Can't lose those guys. Hey, Coach, thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Coach.
Yeah,
Good
enjoyed it.
season.
Yeah,
Appreciate
take
you.
care.
Yep.
There he is, the head coach of UNLV, coming in with a lot of expectations for this upcoming season. Barry Odom, right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Not a bad way to start the show, Hans.